Hi friends, this is tech expert Neil and you are watching howisolve.com. In today's video, I'll show you how you can use ChatGPT, and if you are not aware of it, you make sure that you watch this video because this is real AI. It's actually almost feels like you're talking to a person. ChatGPT is a artificial intelligence chatbot. It has been trained using text available online, so it has got knowledge of the entire world. It's not connected to the internet, but it has got data till to 2021. After that, it has not been updated with. You can use ChatGPT in so many different ways. It can also be a Google killer for some queries, especially for some informational queries. The interface of the ChatGPT and the ease with which you can use it without scanning through the results of different websites and digging deep and changing the query, ChatGPT provides the most intuitive way of getting the information in the same manner in which how we would ask our friend or any person for that matter. So make sure to watch this video. I'll show you all the queries that I have done during the past couple of weeks and how I have used ChatGPT for different purposes. So without wasting much time, let's get started. To use ChatGPT, you'll need a Google account. That is the easiest way of creating the ChatGPT account. You can type this URL chat.gpt openai.com/chat, or I'll provide you the links down in the video description. You can check that out. Once you go on this URL, it will ask you to sign in to your account. Since I've already signed in, I'll log out and I'll sign in again so that you'll come to know exactly what you'll see. So this is the login screen that you'll be shown with. So simply click on sign up if you are logging in for the first time, and then it will show you there are different ways. You can create your account from email address, but the easiest way is to use your Google account because that almost everyone has, and it will be a single click process. So once you create your account, you can log in by clicking on the login button. Again, it will ask you to provide you the credentials. Click on continue with Google and then select your Google account, and you'll be greeted with this interface. In this you can see these are the various capabilities it's trying to explain, but I'll show you exactly how powerful this thing is. It's basically as good as a person which is actually quite overconfident and replies everything with extreme confidence even when it's completely wrong. So keep that in mind. ChatGPT does not give always the correct answer, and it gives the answer with such conviction that you might get fooled and think that that's the correct answer. But anyway, I'll show you what all things I've been able to achieve using this ChatGPT. So you can see over here, this is the basic interface, and this is the area where you can ask queries. By the way, this can be accessed from your phone as well using Chrome browser. It will be shown in a mobile view. Recently, that due to the extreme amount of traffic this ChatGPT is getting, there are some problems it is facing. Sometimes it stops working, it logs out automatically. So these are initial days of ChatGPT. So over time, I think they will improve the system. And basically, this is a research preview. So they will start charging for this service in the near future because of the amount of computational energy it requires to process each query. Anyway, so till the time it is free, we can use it. So you can see there are different modes, like light mode is there, dark mode is there. I prefer the dark mode. And apart from this, over here you can type in the query. Let's ask about how to make some kind of cuisine. Let's say how to make a cake. So it will give us the list of ingredients. It's good. And now it will say what we have to do with that. Mixing bowl, whiskey electric mixer. It goes in depth, provides you the detailed temperatures. So this is the entire recipe, or it's basically not a recipe but a how to do, how to make a cake, basically what we have asked. So this can actually become your a blog article. It's so detailed and so easy to scan through. So these are the ingredients, these are the things that you'll need, and this is what you have to do. But it gets even better. Like a human, you can basically, without referencing it again, it knows the context now. That context is about how to make a cake. And now you can, if you have got any doubts in this particular recipe, you can ask it. You don't have to pinpoint exactly, again, type everything, but it will automatically know in which context we have asked that question. For example, I'll now tell it to provide me a recipe for a plum cake. We'll say, can you change it to make a plum cake? Sure. So now it goes on to how to make a plum cake. So understood what it meant. Basically, it meant how to make a cake. So it has got the context perfectly. And now it has added all the extra ingredients for a plum cake. So basically, it has got 1 cup diced plums. You can now change the style of in which it has provided us this output. So we can say create a detailed step by blog post for it. So now it has changed the entire style of the writing. There's a short intro paragraph for the blog post, and then it has provided a good indentation and the headings, subheadings, and all these bullet points. And it has gone changed the style of the writing to make it more easy to read. It has become more verbose, writing a lot. In this way, you can see how powerful this tool can be. It can be a friend, it can be a teacher. Over here, you can see this is the chat history, and this is a new feature. Previously, it was not showing me this, but basically, all the chats that you have done with this particular chatbot will be saved over here, and you can delete it, of course. And now let's see how I have used it since the past couple of weeks. In this example, you can see I've asked it basically what is the best time to plant radish in Ahmedabad. As you can see, it says that it's not possible for it to know because it's not connected to the internet. So I reframe the question and I just ask what is the best temperature to grow radish. And you can see it mentions the correct temperatures, and it says that it's best to grow in the cool weathers, but it varies from the type of radish that you're growing. So you can use it to for your gardening needs. You can see how to make a bone meal. So that's the one more query. And over here, this is one of the major flaws of this, or you can say drawbacks, not flaw, because this is in the initial testing stage. I asked it to how to change the default browser in Windows 11, and it gives us a reply, I'm sorry, but there's no such thing as Windows 11. The latest version of Windows is Windows 10, which was released in July 2015. And the reason for that is because it has got just data till 2021, and Windows 11 was released in late 2021. So I think the data has not been fed into this chatbot. So according to it, there's nothing at all like Windows 11. So that's how confidently it says things. And yeah, when was Windows? As I mentioned earlier, there's no such thing as Windows 11. So it's quite confident, and it will not tolerate any opposite views. And when I say to it, well, you are wrong, Windows 11 exists, I apologize. In fact, previous one was not helpful. So you can now say the same thing, and it will say that its knowledge is cut off till 2021. Based on my training here, there's no such thing as Windows 11. Sometimes the confidence becomes very funny. But anyway, now let's see. You can see I've asked it how to propagate lucky bamboo, and it has provided me a detailed step-by-step guide for it. So, and you can ask simple question like what is Discord, and it will provide you a brief description. So, how to make money using ChatGPT, and it will not provide you an answer for that. But when you say write a blog article how to make money online, it will provide you a lot of information like that. So you can ask basically any question to it which is not that time dependent or does not require latest news feed. It will provide you almost always a better answer than Google for most of the queries that are not time dependent, that does not require real time data. So anyway, so this is a one serious way of how I've used ChatGPT. In this, basically, I've created a project to scrape a website using Python. That was my project, a small project. I have not written that much Python language code, so I did not know how to write the basic functions. I used ChatGPT to get all the code snippets for my project. As it generated the code snippets, I told it to modify it according to my requirements. So let's say, for example, I asked it how to write a code, Python code to start a web server and solve a JSON file. So this was my initial query, and it provided me a good code snippet, basic code snippet. And it will also give you an explanation what it does. And I had couple of queries regarding this code because I'm not aware of the syntax of Python and how it behaves. So I had a doubt, and I asked it, does the code always serve the JSON file even when changing the request from localhost path? The code it has generated does not change the output depending on what path we are requesting. Any query that is generated to it will be served the same JSON file. So anything you write in the slash path variable will provide you the same output. That's what I expected the code to behave like. And it says, yes, this code will always serve the same JSON file irrespective of the path. So if you want to change it to a different path, which I did not tell it to generate the code, but it went on and generated that code. If you want to change the JSON file depending on the path, so it provided me an updated code. So now again, I wanted to use SQLite database in my Python application. So I wanted a code snippet of how to create an SQLite database. So it provided me that and went on in detail. I basically provided a basic database structure of what it has to create. So this is how you can use ChatGPT to write your code. It will provide you step by step code snippets and you can elaborate on what all things you need the code to have, and you can then also ask doubts of yours in the code that you have. It will explain to you how the code works. So it's basically like a person. That's how good it is. It understands each and every context and it replies back like a natural human being would. It's a very powerful AI tool and you can use it as your teacher, as your friend, to get some advice, to get any information from the internet, to check any fact. It can be used in multiple ways. You can draft emails, you can create blog articles out of it, you can write passages. Basically, almost anything that a person can write, this chatbot can do it. So that's how powerful this is, and that's why Google has sounded a red alert and they have told their employees to start looking out for how to develop their own AI based tools. Basically, Google has got a more powerful AI chatbot than ChatGPT, OpenAI's chatbot. They are not popularizing it because of the monetization issue. Currently, how Google works is it provides you a list of links, and in those links, they embed their ads. And if the user does not have to go through the links, they will not click on the ads. So their entire monetization revenue stream will get impacted. They simply provide you the information by just typing in the query. When other people are there, you can do this, then Google has to provide it. Otherwise, it will lag behind. I hope, friends, you learned something new and you like this latest AI tool, ChatGPT. Make sure to check this tool out because it will certainly be of great importance in the coming future. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll be providing you more such informative latest technology guides, tips and tricks and much more. Hit that bell icon to get notified as soon as we release a new video. Thanks for watching, friends. This is Neil signing off. Bye bye.